So I wanted to talk about, like, it's hard to describe. So everything that we went through in our life makes up all our emotions, our traumas, our stress, our happiness, our joy, all throughout our life. That's what makes up all of it. So some of the good times and the pathways in your brain. So these are pathways in our head that we get looped into. Happiness and joy is a loop too, but that's a good loop to be in. That's what you're striving for. No one wants to be depressed or sad. But we notice that it's through all the thoughts in our life that accumulated these patterns. So these patterns are like really ingrained. So I don't know how many people go through this, but there's times in my life where I had good years. 2018, that was a good year. So I'm having there's good parts of my life and hours of my life. And then some hours can be looped back where I could be depressed again. But I'm saying anger and pain are better than misery. Like that song. The misery of things that you go through, like in your life, that has a traumatic experience. Like I'm facing something in my life that I faced before, but I've never had it so been so lonely in my life. But it's like I'm separating the fact. So when I go about my life, it's my life. I can control about 50% of it. And then everybody else, the souls that talk to me, the people out there that talk to me, everything like that, the people that have all the emotions that I'm going past every day, how am I supposed to keep track of all the things that are going on in the universe? So that, how do I know what's going on with myself if I'm always not taking the time to just fully accept the experience that I'm, holding? So what I'm trying to say is that we are co-creating our experience, but at the same time, life is happening to us, affecting us. Certain things could be a spiritual attack in different ways. What I'm trying to say is that all this is a sort of a correspondence. See, and that's a pathway in my head right there. When I can't think of something to say, I go in a pathway in my head to try to say other words before I get to something. But these are, I'm just saying right now that there is so much in everybody's life. Every individual has so many things that happen to them, so many things that they think about what happened to them in their pathway in their mind, then the actual trauma and the actual thing, the perception of it, whether they think about it the correct way or not, of the actual experience. So I might not have had too bad of a day, but that pathway in my head and all throughout my life, all the loneliness added up and hit me at once, and a pathway in my brain, and it creates this place where I never want to be. And I'd rather experience anger. Like I'm trying to fight it with the little anger I have left inside of me. It's like I cleanse myself from the anger somehow. I don't know how that happened. God, help me with that. But now God's got to help me with something else that I'm going to face this year. And hopefully if I don't have all these big obstacles in the way of them pathways happen, because literally I cry every other day because of this thing that keeps popping up in my reality, in my pathway. So I'm just going to grow all the good aspects, the happiness and joy of my life, like when I was a little kid or 2018, or times where things were good. And I'll try to manifest that. So I'm just thinking too much. Sometimes I think too much for my own good. And what I'm trying to say is that there's a bunch of mosquitoes, but what I'm trying to say is that there's all, the life that we have is like, we got to take care of the life that we have, take care of ourselves once in a while. Because I try to catch up with myself and I can't. There's too much karma. And it's so hard for me to do it alone. And that's why I realized I can't do this alone. So I have to have other help. I mean, people treat me nice. Yeah, there's nice people, and really, I have no reason to be that, lonely or sad. But I just feel myself like I'm the only one walking somewhere, no one else is walking with me, and I feel that missing part of my life or side of my soul that I need, that the craving of the soul that needs more in a certain area to fulfill it. Otherwise, you feel empty and you need other things to fill that void. Otherwise, it's not going to fill it. So this podcast, I'm dedicating to myself on better helping myself, trying to figure out my mind, because psychological help is good from other people, but it'll only go so far. You got to really figure out you and the things that you go about, because everybody's a complex mechanism. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, the things that I could tell you about my problems, nobody else has them sort of same issues. Everybody has different issues, but like, it's like some people go through the same types of things, like loneliness and stuff, but it's like, you wouldn't even believe, like, the intricacy of your whole life. To know that, and to get sides of it sometimes where you go into loops of depression, and you think of all the bad things or all the good things. So it's inside your head. These are experiences and traumas inside of your life that we process and go through. And I'm processing a lot. Hopefully I process it all and be above it, so I can then take care of myself and accomplish my goals in reality to help out the rest of the world, like with the Hobbit Home Society. But this is what I'm trying to say, is that it has to go on that level of things to be in that category of things. Anyway, Neo worships Divine Goddess. I love you girls. Hope you're doing good. And I have the 7 notes that have my name for my Facebook and my number. So anytime I see a girl that I like and see if she wants to hang out or do whatever, I'll give her my note and it'll be all good. So anyway, I gotta end the podcast. My computer battery is running real low, so I'll have to end the video. Okay, bye girls, I love you.